Welcome to episode number 4 of the electrical inboard motor build. I have had the motor housing back from welding, so that will allow me to put a lot of the other parts on, inclusive of these motors. So that's what this episode's going to be about. Let's do it. So the first thing we can see is that it's welded, which is great because that means that I got the stability I wanted, and I can start putting on some parts like the sliders, etc. That will be the tensioning system for the pulley. But before I do anything, I am going to replace a couple of nuts on this side that I fixed temporarily before. So these nuts here are literally really bad steel, and because it's just going to be on the water in saltwater conditions, I am going to replace them with some 316/84 marine grade stainless steel, just to save me having to replace them down the line. And also these has a little plastic flange in them, so we're making sure that they won't come off with vibrations. So we'll just do that quickly. So that is that one, that one. So let's do that. Another thing that I noticed was that the other day when I put some grease into the wheel bearings with this one, which goes on the nipple there, I realized that I can't really get the nipple on because this rod here is in the way. So what I have done is I have got some nipples that have a 45-degree offset. So they look like this. So the idea is that if I replace them with the straight one, I should be able to fill it up from the side. So we might as well do that as well now. So that should be fairly straightforward, hopefully. So that comes off. Put it over there. And you know what? Let's see if we put this plastic spacer on as well. It's going to be interesting to see in which direction it actually come to rest. There you go. So I guess it should, a little bit of pressure stop there. That looks perfect to me. Maybe even a little bit more like that. Awesome. So I can do the other one later on. Had a nice little plastic cap here as well we can use. So there we go. So in short, what I'm going to do, I'm going to put the motors on, which is currently on the floor here, and I'm also going to put everything else on, but I thought I'll do that in hyperlapse, so it speeds it up a little bit and we can talk about everything that I've put on once it's on again. So let's change it to hyperlapse. So we've got this far. The motors are on. They seem to be aligned nicely. I could slide the motors with the motor ring behind it up and down along these grooves here. And the idea is that this bolt here will pull the whole top side up, and with that also tensioning the belt. What I've noticed is that I have a 3mm misalignment of this bolt here. So what I'm going to do is just print another 3mm plate to put on the inside here to get it to line up. I assume it's the threading of the top bolt here that hasn't been perfectly straight, and that's why we have it. Interesting enough, we have it on both sides. So I'm going to get those two printed and then put on there. Here's a little question for you guys. All of these bolts are exactly going in 10mm here. If I put these stop spacers on to prevent them from loosening by vibrating, I will only have the thread going in roughly 7mm into this 10mm spacer. So the question is, do I just tighten this really hard and not use the spacers, or would the spacers be something you think would be needed? I guess I'll find out. If they start to vibrate and come off, then so be it. But I think I'm going to leave them off for now. Another thing I've noticed that I've missed completely is that the key steel for these, let's take this one. The key steel for this is much bigger on the motor axis than it is on the pulley wheels that I bought. So I don't know if you can see, but it's a different size. So I will have to leave this with my machinist and kind of cut out a bigger groove so that it will fit. I think there is enough material left between the bottom of the belt pulley and the actual part here to allow me to take off 1mm in all directions. So I guess we'll see, but that's something I need to do as well. So we'll put that over there. So that's two things I need to do. One, get that plate, and number two, also make sure that I get these fixed. For stopping this bolt from coming up, I've created these little marbles with a 6mm stainless steel bolt gone in, and I've fastened it with some epoxy so they shouldn't go anywhere. And the idea is to drill a hole, make a thread, and then kind of attach it that way, but it sits under there, so that this ball will then kind of help align the pressure of this, and then I should be able to screw this up and the whole thing should tension up. So we'll see how that works. I might have to rethink that one, but we'll give it a go. So I think I haven't put the feet on because I'm waiting for a couple of extra nuts and spacers that will allow me to fasten this securely. So I'm gonna wait with these. I'm also kind of cut out a plastic 2mm Delrin spacer, because this stainless steel or steel rubber foot will be sitting on an aluminium bed, so I don't want the contact between the steel and the aluminium. So that's one thing I need to do as well. I took both of these little nipples off, and there seems to be enough space for me to be able to put that grease into the bearings as and when needs be. So that should be good. And I think for now that's all I can do. So I need to sort the key steel, and I need to sort the extra little plates that sit here. I need to make sure that I drill a hole and thread these So I can attach these, and when that's done, I can then actually test the bolt tensioning system. So yeah, I think that's a good spot to end it. Thank you for watching this 4th episode. If you're new to the channel and want to see the first episode of this motor build, then the episode is up here somewhere. If you want to see more, please subscribe, and if you have any questions, please post and I will answer. And I think we're getting somewhere now. It starts to actually look like something, so quite excited. Anyway, thank you very much for watching.